Hello, and welcome to Zoro's News. Um, I have this is part two of the tips of why people are so mean. Okay, and of course I think I left off at number 20. So, number 21 is sometimes people have a bad day. When people have a bad day, they can tend to be mean. I will repeat this. Because when you have a bad day, it's not that it's someone else's fault, but sometimes they take the fall for it, and it seems like, hey, it's their fault. But once you realize that you've gotten over this pain or disappointment about your day, you can actually tell them that you're sorry. But if not, then I'm sure that they'll know that you're sorry because they know um, that you have moved forward from that. And bad days come for different things. Some of the things that are repeated on the top of this list is why people may have a bad day. Or they could, like I say, anything on this list can cause people to have a bad day. They could be restless, they could be hungry, they might just feel like somebody just didn't treat them right that day, and that whole day could just mess up. Anything could mess up your day, depending on who you are, whatever it is, certain things may mess up your day. Okay, so now, um, number 22 is someone got the job or spot that you wanted. Just think about it. You've been waiting all this time for to get this certain spot, or you've been thinking about it, and maybe you didn't think nobody else you knew would get this spot, or maybe someone that you just didn't know, and you're like, they just come right in and get the spot that I want, and this is what I think I'll be good at. But you know what? Hold on. Wait till your opportunity. It's just not mean that you won't get the spot somewhere else. It just means that you didn't get it there. Maybe if you stop and pay attention and learn something from it, maybe it will work still for you somewhere else. And even if it works there, it can still work there for you. But maybe if you watch and learn, then uh, it could stop you from complaining, and then maybe you'll get that position that you wanted, and maybe even you'll be able to work with the person that you thought that you were be mad at because they had the spot or position that you wanted. So we want to think positive about those types of things because you never know how things may turn up good for you. So that's why it's good not to complain if you don't have to. Most people complain when they're in pain. Maybe they're confused. There's different things like that. But we can go on and on. Okay? So, number 23. Some people feel that they may be cursed or think that they have bad luck. And that could be another reason. Or maybe they have been tricked. You ever had somebody trick you with something and then you end up losing out? Or they gave you the bad news or the wrong news, or maybe it just was the right news but just not for you. So you got to be able to know how these things work because yeah, sometimes people would trick you, and just like I like this story. It's the story about Little Red Riding Hood, how the wolf tricked her. Okay, so the wolf tricked her to get into her grandma's house. Obviously, it was something good in grandma's house that the wolf wanted. Okay, so that's why the wolf tricked her and made her think that he was someone nice that can help her find her grandma's house, but only to find that he wanted to try to eat her after he eats grandma. And you know so just think about those things. People could be mad about that, and that also goes to number 8, where people messed up. See, when someone tricks you, you feel like, oh, it's all your fault. It's not your fault really that someone's tricking you, that something you didn't know about. Okay, so let's just be calm about that if you can, if it's not that serious, or if you can just try to be calm about it and find out a solution if you can. Okay. Number 24. Maybe someone thinks that no one cares to pay attention to them. Okay. You have people, and they may talk loud just so you can hear them. Maybe they feel someone's not paying attention to them. Maybe in the home, uh, maybe it's their kids, maybe it's their husband, maybe it's their wife. Maybe it's somebody that they feel that can help them get a certain position or a spot. And they're like, no one's listening to me. So that can cause people to get upset, especially if it seems like everybody's not listening. So, yeah, that can hurt. That can cause feelings of hurt, cause people to be sad because, we have 365 days in a year. And if those 365 days are not fulfilled, that could make the next year bad and the next year bad. And we don't want that to happen. So, and finally, number 25. People want better friends or things to happen. They want better things to happen or they want better friends. Wow, that's gotta hurt, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because sometimes friends, they get along so good at first, and all of a sudden there is some conflict somewhere. Somebody's thinking bad of the other one. They're not thinking good of them. Then they may say the wrong things to them. And then once they realize maybe they said something wrong, maybe they give up on that friendship. And maybe the other person gets offended because someone said something. People say things. People move forward. I don't know how to mend your relationship, but maybe if you can look up some friendship tips that I have there, maybe those tips can help you on the other videos. But sometimes people want better things to happen, like a better job or a higher position on the job that they have. Um, some people want a new church life. Um, some people want better finances or more fun. They want to go and do more things that's more exciting in their life, so that they won't be like all. I can't name everything on here. Only you can think of what it is. If you're watching this video and it's something that's preventing you from doing something, maybe you want your relationship, your marriage to be spiced up. And you're like, well, we've done everything, so what else can we do? Okay. So it's a lot of things that you could think about here. So those are the 25 tips that I have for you. And also, I have something else. All right. Now, there are, I believe, ways that you can avoid situations of angry moments. It's okay to get angry, by the way. It's how you handle it or what you're doing when you're angry. Okay? Number one, choose who you hang with. The more you know that someone's making you mad or angry, don't hang out with them. Maybe for a little while, or maybe if it's better for you all not to hang out anymore, then don't. Because you have to make this wise decision. This is a hard decision for some people because some people have been friends for a long time. Some people know each other, everything about them, and maybe they think that they're going to be so mad that they don't want to say stuff. But that might happen, or it might not be the case that that's what they want to do. So, choose who you hang out with, and you can avoid getting angry. If you keep hanging with the same person that you know that's going to make you angry, why do you want somebody to understand why you're doing that? Okay? There may be other ways. Hopefully, I can come back in a video that we can prevent this from happening. But in the meantime, why stress yourself out if you can't? Number two, do things that prevent you from going to jail or prison. Okay, keep yourself away from the prison. I hope you all can understand that you will be angry up in there if you don't want to be there. So, do what you can to prevent it. Watch what you're doing. Watch whoever you're hanging with. Watch what you guys are doing. Okay, and give good advice to one another. Number three, while it's hard to control the mouth, practice keeping silent as much as possible. When it comes to certain subjects, or when it comes to talking to certain people, and when it comes to dealing with certain audiences, okay? You can talk to certain people, or you can have a certain audience, okay? So think about what you're saying to them, okay? if you can control them out. But in the meantime, make that your practice, okay? And then that can help you from getting angry, because when you say certain things to people, what it does is it causes other people to be wondering or getting upset, and you might not even be trying to make them mad. So always, if you can, ask some questions, okay? Make sure that your audience or the people you're talking to is understanding or excited about what you're talking about. And number 4, keep your hopes to a reality, or maybe not as high. So you want to be having a reality about your hopes, okay? It's not that your hopes can't happen, or that you can do, but just think about it. It have to line up with whoever's in charge, and you need to know who's in charge to know if it's going to line up. Um, okay, so if you don't keep your hopes high, then you won't get mad. Sometimes people wait till they can get certain things to happen. Then they'll be like, yes, and then they can think a little bit highly about what just happened. Now they can say, hey, it's already happened, so I don't have to reach for those goals anymore. It's already reached. So don't just get so overexcited about something that you don't know is going to happen, is what I'm saying. For instance, if you're thinking of a relationship with someone that you don't really know, if they want to have a relationship with you, whether it's a friend or a mate or, just some kind of neighbor or something. So just think about it. If you don't get so excited about, like, oh yeah, they're gonna be my they're gonna be with me and this is gonna happen, then you won't get angry when it don't happen 2 years down the line, 3 years, 4 or 5 years down the line. You won't be angry. You can still be okay with whatever you have already or whatever you're doing. So that's one example. And I hope that you understand these tips of how to keep yourself from not being angry. um, Also, if you have an anger problem, you can also look up anger management. If you really think you have an anger problem, you can look up anger management and find some groups and people who could support and help you to get better with your anger. All right. Thank you for tuning in with Torval News. I wish I had some more news with you, but I just don't. I just didn't want to leave this video out. So thank you for tuning in. I just had to put part 2 in.